Good day, class. We will be discussing now today your vector-borne diseases. And your vector-borne diseases are diseases that are usually transferred from one person or one individual or one sick individual to another individual via either living thing or a non-living thing. Kaya nga vector, vehicle. Okay, vehicle-borne. Okay, vector means vehicle. Okay, and our learning outcomes for this lecture is identify the vector and the diseases they transmit. Okay, identify the type of pathogen which causes the disease that different vectors can transmit, and determine the ways to prevent this transmission of different vector-borne diseases. So let's define what is vector-borne diseases. So vector-borne disease accounts for about less than 17% of all infectious disease globally. Okay, globally, bakit? Kasi nga, no, medyo common siya since they are transferable from one individual to another individual. Okay, if you are a carrier or you're a sick individual, it can be transferred from you to another individual with the use of a vehicle. And those vehicles can be either insects, okay, animals, or even inanimate objects or objects lang na ginagamit natin. Okay, can cause about around 700,000 deaths annually. So more than 700,000 deaths. It can be a serious thing. Okay, since this can cause a lot of number of deaths, especially in tropical and subtropical countries. Why? Because in tropical and subtropical countries, we do have a lot of insects. Okay, and those insects can carry a lot of diseases. Okay, especially in the Philippines, we are considered as a tropical country. And then these are usually caused by parasites, bacteria, and viruses which are carried from one individual or one animal, okay, or one carrier, okay, let's call it carrier, okay, to another healthy individual, okay, to be infected. No? Not usually na directly si bacteria, si parasite, si virus yung naging tumakapit, but it is the vehicle that will be the bridge to connect the sick individual to another healthy individual. So the impact, it impacts the poorest population. Why? Okay? Due to inadequate housing, sanitation, and even healthcare access. So first is housing. Here in the Philippines, usually, okay, we do have a lot of informal settlers. Okay, they usually resides nearby bridges or river or even esteros. Okay, and those areas are usually a place where our vectors are living. That's why no common sa area na yon usually yung mga ganong sakit. And sanitation. What about sanitation? Okay, on the cleanliness, on the hygiene, on the practice, okay, most vector-borne diseases are usually transmitted with unhealthy habits or unsanitary habits, such as not properly cleaning your area. Okay, that could harbor a lot of water, and that water, stagnant water, can be a place for mosquito. Okay, mosquito population. Okay, and even healthcare access. Why? On healthcare access, kasi if we have less healthcare access or mahirap makakuha ng hospitalization, check-up, okay, those vector-borne diseases can, okay, transmit. Hindi siya na titreat. Okay? More on, na-spread lang siya. So, these are the common, okay, that we know for vector-borne diseases. Your mosquito. And we do have 3 types of mosquito here. Okay, we do have the Aedes, okay, Anopheles, and Culex. And as you can see, iba-iba talaga yung itsura nila. An entomologist can identify them. But syempre, if you would be bitten by a mosquito, you cannot identify it on the spot. Aedes to, Anopheles yung kumagat sa akin. No. Syempre, just you are bitten by a mosquito. And we also do have a harmless mosquito, but these are the common three that usually can cause vector-borne diseases. And no, take note of this. Only only female only female mosquitoes bites. Okay? Only female mosquitoes bite. So, no, we do have this rule na if you will be bitten by a mosquito, it is usually female. Okay? Female yung kumakagat. And this is their life cycle from larva to pupa and to an adult mosquito. And usually, sa nakikita natin ito sa mga stagnant water, especially this larva stage. Okay? Stagnant water. Okay? So, first is mosquitoes. And the usual one that we heard from the news are your Aedes, specifically your Aedes aegypti. Okay? Your Aedes aegypti, which is usually a vector for chikungunya and dengue. Okay? Your chikungunya and dengue is caused by a virus. And that virus usually harbors your Aedes. Okay? Ulitin ko. The disease is caused by a different microorganism or by a different organism, but it is being carried by this organism. Kaya nga tayo vector, vehicle-borne. Okay? Vehicle-borne. So, chikungunya is caused by chikungunya virus. Dengue is caused by dengue virus. And you do have 4 types. Dengue virus 1, 2, 3, and 4. Kaya no, common na naririnig natin. Ay, may dengue ulit siya. Kasi you can be infected 4 times because it has 4 different viruses for dengue. Okay? So, chikungunya, also known as breaking bone disease. Breaking bone disease. Bakit breaking bone? Anong manifestation yan? Usually, masasakit yung mga buto-buto, mga kasukasuhan. Okay? Para siyang dengue, usually almost common sila ni dengue with high fever, okay, signs of dehydration, but the unique thing with chikungunya is it has a bone pain. Kaya nga breaking bone, parang binabali yung buto. Okay? And in the Philippines, usually, it can be detected, can cause fever, rashes, such like your dengue, and accompanied with joint pain. So for dengue naman, most prevalent vector-borne viral infection in the Philippines, no? Kaya ngayon, tag-ulan, it's dengue season. It's dengue season. So, high-grade fever, rashes, common manifestation or common signs and symptoms of your dengue. And usually, outbreak is prone during, again, no, rainy season. Bakit rainy season? Due to increased number of stagnant water. Okay? Because dyan sa stagnant water na yan, dyan nag-harbor or dyan nagpaparami yung mga mosquito. Another kind of disease for Aedes, okay, you have your filariasis. And filariasis is not unique for Aedes. It can be also transmitted by other vectors. Okay, so lymphatic filariasis. So this is also known as your elephantiasis. Okay, elephantiasis. Okay, this is caused by parasite. Okay, specifically your Wuchereria bancrofti. Okay, Wuchereria bancrofti. Okay, this is endemic in Philippines specifically. Okay, and I think it's in Mindanao area and Visayan area. Okay, and we do a campaign, public health campaign of mass drug administration. Ano yung mass drug administration na yan or MDA na yan? This is, no, providing provision of drugs or medication to all. Okay, to all, not only those symptomatic individual, but lahat. Okay, lahat na constituent ng community kung saan endemic. Pag sinabi natin endemic, commonly na nakikita doon sa area na yon. Okay? Yan. And then we also have Zika, yellow fever, and Rift Valley fever, and they are usually caused by viruses. No, Zika virus, your yellow fever virus, okay, Rift Valley fever virus, and your usually Zika and yellow fever are not common in the Philippines. Pero we do had a case of Zika virus way back in I think 2019. Okay. And this Zika virus is common in Japan. Okay. Your yellow fever is common in China. Okay. Kaya before you go to China, usually they require yellow fever vaccine. Okay, may vaccine yan. Okay? Again, no, very, very effective form of prevention for viruses is your vaccine. Okay? This is not widespread in the Philippines, but still under surveillance. So, ayun na, pag-aralan na natin yung surveillance here in the Philippines, known as your PIDSAR. Yan. So, this is an Aedes. Okay? We are not an entomologist, so we don't need to identify, but a specific markings that you can see on Aedes is the tiger spots, tiger markings, okay? Yan, common. No? Yung tiger markings na yan, na tinatawag nila. Okay? Next is your Anopheles mosquito. Your Anopheles mosquito is a vector for malaria. Okay, malaria. This malaria is caused by parasite known as your Plasmodium species. Bakit pag sinabi nating species, madaming genus yan. Okay, madaming species na nagkukos. Isang genus, madaming species na nagkukos. So, these are your Plasmodium malariae, Vivax, Ovale, Plasmodium vivax, Ovale, Malariae, Knowlesi. Yeah. And the common one is Falciparum. Okay, those are your Plasmodium species. Okay, Plasmodium falciparum, Malariae, Vivax, Ovale, and Knowlesi. The common that we know or common that infects humans is Falciparum because this infects all ages of your RBC. Pag Vivax, usually young RBC. Okay, pag Malariae, old RBC. Pero pag Falciparum, all ages. Okay, Knowlesi is common for monkeys. Okay, but can be also transmitted to a human. And this is endemic in Palawan, Mindoro, and Sulu. That's why, during blood donation, you are being asked if you are coming from these areas because you cannot donate for a specific time if you are coming from these areas. Okay? And PAGE aims for the malaria-free status in most regions. So we do have prophylaxis naman na ginagawa natin dito. Prophylaxis. Prophylaxis. Anong ginagawa nating prophylaxis dito? Your prophylaxis here is usually quinines, okay? Your quinines. You need to medicate before you go to such endemic places. Another is lymphatic filariasis. So same kay Aedes aegypti. So any mosquito can cause lymphatic filariasis. Okay? Yan. Ito naman ang itsura ni Anopheles. No? Mas mataba usually siya and wala yung hump. So for Anopheles, no, usually yan, malaki yung tiyan, kaya wala yung stripes. No? Walang stripes. As you can see, walang dots yung katawan ng mosquito. And also, wala masyado yung hump. Parang hindi katulad kanina. No? Yan, may hump yung Aedes. Okay, and yung stripes. Okay, next is Culex. So for Culex, Japanese encephalitis. So Culex mosquito is causing Japanese encephalitis caused by virus. What type of virus? Usually Zika virus can cause Japanese encephalitis. Okay, vaccination can be effective for prevention of your Japanese encephalitis, and hindi naman siya common in the Philippines. But again, as I said earlier, that we had a case. I think it's 2019. Then can also cause lymphatic filariasis and West Nile fever. Okay, and for your lymphatic, of course, parasite or your Wuchereria bronchopti. And for your West Nile fever, it's a virus form. So West Nile fever is not common here in the Philippines, but again, it is usually surveillance internationally. Okay, kasi medyo malala yung sakit niyan. Okay? So ito naman ang pinagkaiba ni Culex. So mas mahaba yung legs ni Culex. Okay, and mas thin yung body niya. If you can see, wala siyang spots. Wala siyang masyadong spots. Unlike for your Anopheles. Sa Aedes naman, wala talagang spots, plain lang. Ito meron stripes. Okay, so that's your Culex. Next is your aquatic snail. So your schistosomiasis or your bilharziasis. Okay, the pathogen is parasite. Commonly, your Schistosoma japonicum, but we also have other schistosoma, Schistosoma hematobium, yan, no? This is endemic in Eastern Visayas, Northern Mindanao, and Mindoro. So, saan siya nakukuha? Sa snail, no? Not per se eating the snail, but okay, swimming or harboring in snail-infested areas. So, kunyari, naglakad ka dun sa maputik na area, madaming snail na infected ng schistosoma. Yun yung makakapag-cause sa'yo ng schistosoma. Not eating the snail, okay? Kasi this schistosoma can penetrate to your skin. Yan. Next transmission link to poor sanitation and open defecation. Of course, this can be transmitted through feces. Okay, feces coming from the infected human. Okay, pag defecate siya or nag-poop siya sa isang lugar, then may water as a water source yun na mapupunta doon sa area kung saan nag-harbor yung mga snail, okay, which will complete the life cycle of your parasite. Doon magkakaroon ng possible infection ng schistosomiasis. Okay? Again, poor sanitation and open defecation. And we also have DOH Schistosomiasis Control Program in the Philippines. I think they are aiming now to do yung parang kanina, mass drug administration to the endemic areas here in the Philippines. Okay? So yeah, no? Coming from okay, your Schistosoma mansoni, Hematobium, and your Japonicum, okay, will transit into Miracidium, and then the Miracidium will infect, this is the life cycle, will infect your intermediate host. Your intermediate host is the snail, okay, snail. So your Biliaris glabrata and your Truncanthus. So magkaibang species din yung ini-infect nila. So dyan magiging Cercaria or dyan magta-transform yung Miracidium natin into Cercaria. And then after maging Cercaria, okay, it will now go out from the snail, no, dyan sa mga swamps natin. And those swamps will be area or harbored by Schistosoma. And your Schistosoma is usually in pair. Yeah, no, lagi silang magkasama. You cannot identify kung nasan dyan yung male or female. But usually, the female is larger than the male. So usually, nasa loob yung male. Yan, lagi silang magkasama dyan. At habang buhay na sila magkasama. That's the loyal pair of parasitology. Your schistosoma. Okay, so your schistosoma will now infect the human by penetrating into the skin. Okay, so yan. Next, your black flies. So for black flies, you have your onchocerciasis or your liver blindness disease caused by parasite Onchocerca volvulus or Onchocerca. Okay, this is not endemic in the Philippines, but again, this has a global significance, specifically in Africa and Latin America. So ayan yung itsura ng sandfly. Sorry, black flies. Okay, hindi siya yung itsura natin ng langaw natin, ano? Commonly black yung tummy nung fly. Okay, dito sa Pilipinas, yellow. Okay, yellow usually yung langaw sa atin, no? Sa kanila, black. Kaya wala yun sa Pilipinas. Okay? Fleas, no? This is Tagalog ng fleas ay pulgas. Okay, pulgas. So this caused no major epidemics and even pandemics. So your plague is one of them. This is caused by bacteria, your Yersinia pestis. Okay, ano nangyari dito? Usually, this is carried by rats or rodents. Okay, so rare in the Philippines, hindi naman masyadong common, but this is common in Europe and America, the plague. And this caused the first pandemic. Okay, kasi nga yung mga daga sumasakay sa mga ships. And those are infected with fleas, rat fleas. Okay, then your tungiasis. Okay, this is common ectoparasite. Ecto, pag sinabi nating ecto, meaning outside. Outside parasite. No? Your flea is also considered as ectoparasite. Okay, your lice, yan, yung mga nasa labas na parasite. Pag nasa loob, that's endo parasite. Okay, Tunga penetrans. Okay, this causes sporadic cases in rural and impoverished areas. So sa mga poor areas din natin yan. Pero this is not common in the Philippines also. Ayan, this is pulgas. Okay, pulgas, fleas. Next is lice. This is another ectoparasite. Can cause typhus, louse-borne relapsing fever, and common causes bacteria of this disease. So Salmonella typhi, sorry, not Salmonella typhi, or so common is for typhus is Rickettsia species, or what do you call this one? I forgot the other one. But Rickettsia can cause typhus. Okay? And also louse-borne relapsing fever. So transmission usually in overcrowded unsanitary conditions such as evacuation centers. Bakit? Sa evacuation center, dikit-dikit. Okay, magkakaulo, magkakatabi-tabi lang. Pero ngayon, common na yung tent sa evacuation. Kaya usually, nepe-prevent na itong mga ganito. Okay, so yan. Your head louse. Okay. Your head louse, your body louse, and your crab louse. So your crab louse is usually saan nakikita to? Sa pubic. This is known as pubic lice. Okay, pubic lice. Yan, your crab louse. Teres pubis. Teres corporis, and then teres, I forgot the other one for the head louse. Okay, teres capitis. Yan. So next is sandflies. So next can cause leishmaniasis and sandfly fever. So for leishmania, this is caused by protozoa. Okay, Leishmania species. So your leishmaniasis. Okay, not endemic in the Philippines, but can be relevant if travelers, returning from endemic areas. So pag nag-travel ka usually in the US, yan, US and Africa. For the sandfly, usually sandfly fever virus din. Okay? So, anong pinagkaiba nila kanina nung black fly? Ito naman, mukhang golden yung itsura, and kakaiba yung itsura niya with our common flies. Okay? Next are ticks. Your ticks are kuto. Kuto ng aso, kuto ng animal. Okay? Kuto. Okay? Causes diseases such as your Crimea Congo hemorrhagic fever, Lyme disease, relapsing fever, rickettsial disease, such as your spotted fever and Q fever. For Crimea Congo hemorrhagic fever, this can be caused by virus and not reported in the Philippines currently. Wala pa tayo yan here in the Philippines, as hopefully wala. but common in African regions. Lyme disease caused by your bacteria, specifically your Borrelia species, Borrelia burgdorferi. Okay, this is imported cases but can be seen in the Philippines as from travelers but not endemic. Okay, hindi natin yan usually common sa Pilipinas. And then relapsing fever, rickettsial disease caused by bacteria. Okay, your Rickettsia chuchugamushi, okay, or Rickettsia or Orientia, okay, or sorry, Rickettsia also now known as your Orientia. Okay, rare in the Philippines, but Rickettsia felis has been detected in Southeast Asia. So, but not in the Philippines, of course. Okay, so these are your kuto ng aso yan. So it has also life cycle, no, from larva to nymph, then to an adult. Okay, adult female or male. Then, isa pa ulit, from nymph into yan, adult. So sa DOH programs, we have programs to prevent this kind of infections near vector-borne. Again, for vector-borne, hindi lang we do have types of vector-borne disease. Your vectors can be biological which are discussed, no? Those are biological. Bakit biological? Essential yung insect or animal na yon into the parasite's life or to the virus life cycle. Pag hindi siya essential, that can be called as mechanical. Nakikisakay lang, such as cockroach. Anong meron sa cockroach natin? Ano meron sa cockroach? Yung cockroach can be a vector for Ascaris. Mechanical vector. Bakit? Saan dumidikit lang yung ova? Sa paanong cockroach. And then, ililive niya lang ulit sa other areas. Kaya mechanical vector siya. Ano pa yung other mechanical vectors natin? Your materials, no? Fomites natin, mga fomites. When you say fomites, these are inanimate objects. Pwedeng handkerchief, gloves, no? Syringe. Yan, those are mechanical or mechanical vectors. So again, pag biological, essential yung pagdaan nila doon sa animal or parasite or insect na yon. So what are the programs for the of DOH? We do have for dengue, we do have the 4S strategy. Ano yung 4S strategy na yan? Search and destroy. Ano yung search and destroy? Yung areas na may stagnant water. No, kaya meron tayong 4 o'clock habit dati. Yes, 4 o'clock habit. Then self-protection. Anong gamit yan? Yung mga mosquito repellent. Okay? Seek early consultation if merong symptoms and support fogging in outbreaks. Yan yung mga 4S natin. And ano yung ini-eliminate dyan? For the search and destroy, you are eliminating the reservoir. The reservoir. No? Sa chain of infection, you are destroying the reservoir of your infection. Sa self-protection, anong pine-prevent niyan? The entry of your infection. Sa seek early consultation, ano nang pine-prevent nito? The progression. And then sa support fogging and outbreaks, of course, again, you are removing the vector. Okay? Sa malarial elimination naman, mass drug elimination and same 4S strategy yung ginagamit natin. Kasi same lang yung, halos same yung insect na nag-i-infect your mosquito. Okay, your lymphatic filariasis MDA campaign. So again, annual treatment. So lahat, kahit wala kang manifestation, wala kang sign and symptoms, iinom ka ng gamot. Japanese encephalitis, meron na tayo. Kung lalo na sa mga Batanes region, malapit sa Japan, malapit sa northern areas, okay, we provide vaccination. Kasi nga, possible na mag-transmit. And then schistosomiasis, mass treatment din. Snail control or vector control program. And again, the most important thing is health education. You need to inform the community why are you doing this one. Okay? Next is sa WHO naman, what are the intervention and global strategies of WHO. The WHO provide evidence-based guidance by providing us, ano mga pinoprovide ni WHO? Guidelines. Okay, mga guidelines natin, mga treatment guidelines, vector control guidelines, which is known as your technical support. Strengthening surveillance and reporting system, they are usually the one declaring pandemic, epidemic in those areas that are concerned. Then developing testing and new vector control tools, yan, they are usually into research of newer technologies to help eliminate um, your vectors or the disease. Promoting public awareness and behavioral change by education, public health education. And improving water sanitation, hygiene by WASH program. So that is known as your WASH program, water, sanitation, and hygiene. That is known as your WASH program. In vulnerable communities, especially those who doesn't have a latrines, yan, clean water source. Vector-borne disease remains a major public health threat in the Philippines because of, again, no unsanitary practices, no common is the flooding. Okay, control requires na environmental sanitation by removing areas that could be a harboring place for those parasites or infection. Health education to the common public para alam ng Pilipino kung ano yung dapat gawin, ano yung dapat iwasan. Preventive or chemotherapy such as your MDA, your mass drug administration, community mobilization. Okay, by promoting strategies on how to end vectors. And then, ongoing support from WHO, DOH, LGUs, and international partners are crucial specifically for elimination of your disease. Bakit? Kasi nga, if we only stand alone in the Philippines, no, hindi kaya ng budget. Okay? So that is for our vector-borne disease, and these are my reference for this lecture.